Okay. Okay, we'll check that one on and see how you go, Eon. What metal? Oh, yeah. What the hell's going on? Because this is all new as well, isn't it? Huh? This has come off. Should be up there, but anyway, but that's going to be a bit of a windbreak. What's going on here? They have, haven't they? I can see so much. I can see so much more room for activities. Okay. What time are we on, mate? We're on in.
Nice little puff. Oh, that's a big buffer.
A big puffer. 4 minutes, and we'll go live. We'll start talking about some football because we've got a presentation going on today. Champions of League.
Bit league champions, aren't they?
League champions. Slime Twitch Twardrobe.
Flying Twitch and Twardrobe.
Good afternoon and welcome to a sun-drenched Deakin Stadium for OPC NPL round 21. The league champions Canberra Croatia against Tuggeranong United in what is essentially a dead rubber, but the final match of the regular season campaign. My name's Russ Gibbs. Ian Worthington is with me. Welcome, Ian, to a gantry, which has had a little bit of a spruce up, hasn't it, here at Deakin Stadium and behind us as well.
I don't know what they're preparing for, but they've done a great job, haven't they? It's nice and wind protected here, and looks like they've done something at the back of the stadium as well with, the horticulture.
Absolutely. Horticulture over there, Justin Kompowski on camera. Can you zoom in on that shiny thing that's on top of the ball plinth over there, because that, my friends, is the League Championship trophy. Canberra Croatia, 26 times League champions. They are perennial title winners. They will be receiving that from the man who's just walking out onto your screen there, Angelo Constantinou, chair of the Capital Football Board. He will be presenting the League Championship trophy prior to kick-off, Ian, which is a break from tradition somewhat, isn't it? But it kind of sets the tone for the kind of match we're expecting here today. Tuggeranong United having made the top four because of Gungahlin United and Queanbeyan City's failure to win yesterday.
It's a bit old school, isn't it? When I watch the football from the 80s, they used to present the League Championship and the players used to run around the stadium before the game starts, but I don't know, maybe they suggested that started to tempt a little bit of fate, I don't know, but still, generally it happens afterwards now in the areas of Europe and beyond.
But there was chances for several teams to get into the top four yesterday afternoon. Tigers FC confirmed themselves a place in the qualification final against Canberra Croatia next weekend with a 3-1 win over Queanbeyan City. They did it the hard way, though. Queanbeyan City equalising with 7 minutes to go. Thomas Blazewski scoring for them. Suddenly, it was game on. Nick Popovic, though, off the bench to the rescue with 2 goals in the final 5 minutes for the Tigers. Tigers won the game. Queanbeyan City missed out on the top four before we went into the evening's game. Great season over Queanbeyan City.
Yeah, they've had a good first year in the NPL, haven't they? And they've had some very, very exciting and important results. You know, mainly they would count their wins against Monero Panthers as special along the way and caused a few problems for other teams, and yeah, a good first year for them. Of course, we're here to see Tuggeranong United finish in the top four, as you'll go on to shortly, which is an amazing achievement for them, and what a season they've had. And I'm sure we'll talk Tigers too. Yeah,
Tigers got themselves into the qualification final to Queanbeyan City, cup finalists, just missed out on the top four last day of the season. And as you say, 2 wins over the Panthers in the Clearwaters Derby out of 3. Good season for them. Gungahlin United then knew that if they won last night against Monero Panthers, they would make the top four. Now, Panthers rested a lot of their first-string players. Gungahlin, everything was in the basket for them, Ian, except for the result. Panthers winning by 5-1. Panthers definitely deserved winners. Stephen Dominici got himself a hat-trick. Daniel Balac went on to 18 for the season. That lead gives him a lead on the Golden Boot. We'll chat a bit later on about how Nika Pradajina might be able to catch him today. We will see. Everything that could go wrong for Gungahlin didn't it? They scored quite early. Charlie Daddario scoring after Daniel Balac gave Panthers the lead. But they missed 2 penalties. Ayo Kimura hit the post. Shida Shoki saw his penalty saved by Gary Memitage in the second half. Shoki hit the cross, the angle of post and bar. Daddario had a one-on-one saved by Memitage. And every time the Panthers went at the other end, they scored. It just wasn't to be for Gungahlin United.
Yeah, I watched the game at home and listened to yourself and Frank on commentary last night, and a lot of chances for Gungahlin that they didn't take. Daddario took a beautiful goal. His first touch into space and direct strike was fantastic. You can't take that away from him. But you know, when it mattered, like you say, unfortunate to hit the bar. The 2 penalties missed or saved. And for Gary, to give Gary Memitage some credit was great, but also it's another Monero Panthers home victory where they look dominant and just step it up and win games and score several goals. And yeah, the was it the final one by Steve Dominici was a little bit special. Well, he pretty much hits it in front of the Monero Panthers bench.
Yeah, lofted it over Aidan Mumford.
Lofted it over Mumford's head, and yeah, a classic Stephen Dominici finish.
Yeah, so 5-1 to the Panthers, so they're through to the elimination final. The presentation's about to start here in front of us. And I'll go over to the loudspeaker.
2025 NPL Men's Champions, the Canberra Croatia Football Club, who will receive the championship trophy from the Capital Football President, Mr. Ange Constantinou.
Well, here come the champions to receive their medals. And the trophy led by Matt Gerbischer wearing the captain's armband today. It's a very common theme for this football club to win league championships, Ian, but you never get bored of it, do you?
I don't know, this year maybe I'd prefer a team in like orange and black to be.
I meant
to be winning.
Not from a personal, but you know, if you're a player yourself, you're winning copious titles. You don't get bored of winning.
Matt Kirbyshire would certainly agree with that, wouldn't he? You know, he's come back after a lengthy layout as captain of the team, and obviously Kia as well, captaining at many times. But no, you don't get bored of winning, do you? And it's a club who wins a lot.
Yeah, they do win a lot. They've got this in the bag. They've got the cup final trophy in the bag as well. And they've got finals football to look forward to. Starting next week, it's a big weekend of finals football. The men's top 4 is all sorted. Canberra Croatia will play Tigers at 4 o'clock next week at Strider Park. And at 7 o'clock, Tuggeranong United will take on Monero Panthers for a place in the preliminary final. The winners of Tigers Croatia will go on to the grand final. 23s has sorted themselves as well. Qualification final will see O'Connor Knights, the champions, against Tigers FC. Elimination final will see Canberra Croatia play Tuggeranong United, who fought a kind of phony war out just before this. Both sides rested several players. Tuggeranong promoted a lot of their under-18s. Canberra Croatia won by 9-0. Luka Jukic with 4 of them. In the under-23s. Let's have a look at the lineups then for today's games, Ian. And there's plenty of changes, as you would expect, from both sides. Sam Brown will start in goal for Canberra Croatia. The back four sees David Siceli and Riley Souza wide. Daniel Subasic and Matt Gerbisher central defenders. All change in the middle of the park. Michael Piccolo, Daniel Sparrow and Keegan Vucetic are the midfield trio. Up top, Nicholas Subasic starts just for the 3rd time this season. Thomas James, surprisingly, who's on 3 yellow cards, is not rested. He will start. Nick Pradagina, who's chasing the golden boot. He's 16 goals, 2 behind Daniel Balac. He gets an opportunity as well. On the bench, Tony Spaseski, Max Green, who's also on 3 yellow cards. I doubt we'll see him unless necessary. Marko Jadric, Antoni Rakic and Ivica Majatic. Are you surprised Thomas James starts with 3 yellow cards under his belt?
I just think time of your career where you just need to keep that momentum going, and he just wants another game. And God, he's been brilliant, Ante, all year. But that might be a decision. You've just said that there's loads been rested, and then you've just named that team.
Oh, it's good, isn't it?
It's not a bad team considering players have been rested.
Tuggeranong United, well, they're doing exactly the same. They're resting a fair few as well. James Benevento starts for the first time this season in goal. Callum Cook reverts to the bench. Back 3 is Dylan Burkray, Sam Walker, partnered by Nicholas Mamatis, his first ever start in the NPL. He's had 1 game off the bench so far. First team start for him. Midfield sees Tim Santos come in for the first time this season on the right-hand side. Luke Sakamoto on the left. Josh Pedersen is partnered by Alessandro Pena. Luke Stevens will play as a number 10, meaning the forward 2 are Bevan Foxall and Nick Emmanuel. No place for leading goal scorer Steve Neelan. He has his 19 goals in all competitions on the bench, alongside a trio of youngsters you might not have heard of: Anish Atmakur, Sam Sheedy and Archie Barnes.
Yeah, again, a few changes in the Tuggeranong lineup when securing their place in the top 4 yesterday, and wanting to have a look at a couple of other players. And like say, there were players who don't want to pick up yellows and reds and want to be ready for finals next week against Monero Panthers. So Mitch Stevens not giving anything away ahead of the finals series.
Today's referees Delphina Shakespeare, Salin Theatrical and Harrison Cracknell are the assistants as we wait to get us underway here. Congratulations to Canberra Croatia's women's reserve grade team. They won the league title today. They went to Canberra Olympic knowing that they needed 3 points to win the title. They got it. Rhiannon Fenson scored the winning goal in a 2-1 victory over Canberra Olympic, who look like they're going to drop to 3rd, having led the table because of goal difference. I believe Balcony United, despite being reduced to 10 players early on, 5-1 last time I saw against West Canberra Wanderers, and I think that was a full-time score. They've made themselves as runners-up in that competition. I believe it finished 5-1. A couple of games in the Women's Premier League already underway. The big one, Canberra Olympic versus Canberra Croatia. At half-time, Olympic lead Croatia by 1-0. Neither side can actually go anywhere in that competition. They will be as they are. Canberra Croatia will play Balcony United next week in the qualification final. Olympic will play Gungahlin United in the elimination final as well.
Yeah, well, congratulations to Canberra Croatia's women's reserve team, and well done on a good season to them, on a great final outcome. But
glad we started early. Sorry, Ian. It's 2:55. We look like we're going to kick off.
They just look for the first time ever ready to go. Was that just because they got Canberra Croatia out for their presentation a little bit earlier.
Yeah,
there's some sort of musical
don't know
chairs
what
going on
doing
to our
over
left.
there. Yeah.
Some musical chairs.
Simon says jump in the air.
Yeah.
Bit of warm-up going. Yeah, we're 5 minutes early. What's happening to the world? It is rare. They do. Justin Kapowski saying we normally kick off late. We definitely do. We've never kicked off this early before. It's good.
Are we even ready to start? Does Delphina not need to look up at the camera and go, are we all systems go?
Geez, we haven't even finished talking CPL yet.
We haven't even stopped talking rubbish for 10 minutes. We need to actually think about the game that's going to go
CPL,
ahead.
I'll just give you the heads up on that one. The qualification final will be Balcona versus Canberra Olympic. And the elimination final next week will see ANU play Juventus. A little bit earlier than advertised, the league champions in the red, attacking the goal to our right. Keep an eye out on the number 10 below us, Nick Pradashina. There's been a lot of talk around Canberra Croatia this week about how, with this game being, well, nothing but a dead rubber for both teams, they may be trying to get this young man at least a share of, or perhaps sole ownership of that golden boot. Chasing 2 goals today to do so. Wouldn't put it past him, would you, considering the season he's had?
You wouldn't do at all, and many of those have come from coming off the bench as well, which is even bigger credit to him that he's come off and come on and scored so many goals from the bench.
I'm not expecting this to be blood and thunder, Ian Worthington. I imagine it would be played at the pace of a bit of like a pre-season friendly. But we will see. Pradashina putting the early pressure on, down in that left-hand corner on Mamatis.
That's what happens when you come to this stage in the season, when both teams are happy with where they've finished. You know, I don't think Mitch Stevens would disagree with me. Their intentions would be to try and get in the top 4, and they've achieved that, and that's every credit to them. And Canberra Croatia, well, they look to win all the time, don't they? And that's what they've done as well. So,
well, the last time Tuggeranong United got a first and reserve team into the finals, both of them, was back before mobile phones were even really a thing in 1999. That ball in, first chance for Pradashina. It's going to come out here, stabbed through the crowd by Vucetic. In 1999 was that last time, long time ago, 26 years. Cecilia drives it across, strikes the outside of the post. But huge congratulations for Tuggeranong on achieving that feat. It's not easy to get both your teams into finals, although looking at the league tables this year, you would think it was, because Croatia did. Tigers have done so as well.
And congratulations to all those teams for getting into the 4 with big games ahead, and all the preparation towards the finals are already underway throughout the junior programme and for the 23s and first grade competitions.
Yeah, under 18s, what we've been keeping an eye on, that 4-way battle for the title. Balcona United got across the line yesterday. And they'll play, who are they playing? Is it Brindabella Blues?
They'll play Brindabella Blues, and congratulations to Balcona United. They've got some absolutely fantastic players in their squad, and have done really well to come through and finish first. Of course, my allegiance with Tigers, and absolutely delighted with how they played all year, and we're very excited for our week ahead.
Tigers Gunners.
As we face Gungahlin next weekend.
Here goes Thomas James, first chance for him. Only the 20 assists and 15 goals this season for him. Phenomenal. Sparrow whips it across for Pradashina, who does win the header. Pumped clear by Pena. I tell you what, Tigers Gunners under 18s. I'm not a betting man, but I'm pretty certain it's not going to end 0-0. Plenty of goals in those two teams, isn't there?
You know my thoughts. I hope one team finishes 0, and I hope Tigers score a couple along the way. But
you would rather 0-0 than 1-0 than 5-4?
No, 1-0. I would rather
5-4.
1-0 Tigers than 5-4. Yes, I would. Yeah.
Did you lose a game from 5-4 from 4 up at one stage this year?
No.
4-1?
Not in the 18s.
There's a game that I did see somewhere that happened, wasn't there?
I don't know. Can't remember.
Yeah, there was.
Can't remember.
I'll look it up later on.
It wasn't the 18s.
Yeah, it was. I'm sure it was.
It wasn't the 18s.
Okay. Subasic. And I do have one more 80s question for you in a minute.
You need to be better with your stats if that's what you think. I thought you were the king of stats.
Not in the 18s, mate.
Or the 16s.
Or the 16s, whichever one. I just wondered if you coughed up any more match balls yesterday.
No, thankfully, no. We took them off when they got to 2.
Did you? Resting for finals.
Jordan Fortner decided not to shoot from about 4 yards out with his right foot. I was delighted. Well,
And he was on a hat-trick at the time.
I couldn't afford another match ball. So.
Helped around the corner by Sparrow. Cecilia for Croatia. The room outside for Niki Subasic. Thomas James back in support. Teams have met 27 times in the NPL. Croatia won 19, Tuggeranong 4. There's been 4 draws. This is the 4th meeting this year. Croatia won all 3 of the previous matches. They've scored 18. They've conceded just once. And in 50 games at this stadium, Tuggeranong have won 1. Croatia 12, 2 draws. 27 matches in the league. 125 goals scored. Tuggeranong 26. Croatia 99. The next person to score in red will be the 100th goal between these for Croatia in NPL matches between these teams, which is a lot. Tuggeranong don't often get a result here. Had the wood over Croatia at Canberra in the past, but this venue seems to hold quite a few fears for them. But they can play today with a sense of freedom.
Yeah, they can do, but they still take the game seriously, don't they? You've got a winning mentality. You want to take that good form into the finals series, and we can just pick up Matt Gerbischer from a Canberra Croatia perspective. You know, he still demands from his players. He still demands from himself. The standards have still got to be high, regardless of dead rubber or not.
Benevento got there.
And I tell you what, I won't be surprised if there's a few boys playing for their place in the finals as well for both teams, but certainly Canberra Croatia with the depth that they have. I know the changes have been made, but there's still quality to start in the game next week and the week after.
No Ryan Keir in the squad today, no Daniel Colbertaldo. Jack Brachculler pulled out ill this morning. Sparrow finds Souza, picked up by Pena. Prod for Timmy Santos, up against his former club here. Helped on by Piccolo to Sparrow. Pratagina. Piccolo again. Flick from James. Santos got rid of it. Here is Daniel Subasic rather at the back. He's had a solid season as well. This is his 168th appearance in the league. Daniel Subasic has weighed in with a couple of goals this year, 3 of them. Indeed, of those out on the field, the starting 11, only Matt Gerbischer and David Cecilia haven't scored in the league. And Sam Brown, of course. He has got an assist to his name now, though, Sam Brown. James. Whatever Canberra Croatia do here and in the B League, the Australian Championships as it's called, Thomas James is no doubt going to be a part of that, and a big part too. Matches against Avondale, Preston Lions and NWS Spirit on its way in that competition for those in red. Vucetic.
It's just great that they can challenge themselves of teams of high level, high standard. Certainly Avondale, they've got something very big to concentrate on this evening first.
Yeah, small matter of a cup semi-final and a place to play Heidelberg, believe it or not. Quite incredible. Could we get a all non-A-League cup final winners to go into the group stage of AFC Champions League 2? How would that work for the amateurs? Or the part-timers, whatever you want to call them, the semi-professionals. Can you get some time off work? I need 3 days to go to Singapore to play Lion City Sailors.
And could you cover me wage that I'll miss when I'm not there?
100%. It's going to be an interesting one, isn't it? Josh Pedersen, no nonsense in the middle of the park. But great nonetheless for these teams. And congratulations to South Melbourne, who've got themselves a place in the OFC Professional League, which starts in January. Auckland FC, Christchurch in that as well, and no Wellington Phoenix. who applied but were turned down.
Were they not the biggest team in New Zealand, and then they've not got a place?
Auckland would beg to differ.
Well, of recent times, yes, but only over the last 1 or 2 years, I would think. Wellington Phoenix are the team have been in the A-League for the longest.
Here goes Subasic on a run. That's Nicky Subasic, back for James. Can't force his way past Pedersen. We'll get a second bite of the cherry, though. We'll settle for the throw. Yes, they were. Wellington Phoenix not taken on. Teams from Auckland and Christchurch instead to join teams from Tahiti, Fiji, Papua New Guinea, I think Samoa.
Solomon Islands?
Solomon Islands, yeah. It's quite an eclectic mix. Here's Pradashina.
I'm very intrigued to see what the bill is for competing in such a tournament. I'm very pleased that these teams can be playing each other. I think that's great across Oceania, but flying around with your team is going to be an interesting one.
Nicholas Subasic into the area, won by Dylan Burkray. Chested down by Piccolo. Souza back for Pratagina. Early stages, Canberra Croatia dominating possession. Bishop. It's broken kindly for Piccolo. James to turn and have a bend. And it goes just wide of the post. You're from Europe. You love an away day, don't you? Like you went to Bolton Wanderers UEFA Cup days when you went to Europe to play in Germany, Portugal, where was it? France, yeah.
Marseille, Bayern Munich.
How about an away day? Samoa, Fiji, Solomon Islands, Tahiti.
They're suggesting how many fans they're going to take.
Well, that's it, South Melbourne. I mean, you're like, just like we're going away. Where's your away trip this weekend? Fiji, yeah, mate. Yeah. Off down to Fiji for an away match. It's going to be an adventure, isn't it? Vucetic. Pratagina, first shot for him. Ricochets off Sparrow. Took all the sting out of it. Might have hit him in the head.
Yeah, it might have. Delphine Shakespeare is certainly thinking about that and concerned.
And clattered into Daniel Sparrow. Croatia have won 5 of their last 6 matches in the NPL. They have scored 22 times in that spell. They haven't kept a clean sheet for 7 games in this competition. In their last 5 matches, Tuggeranong have 3 draws. Won 3, drawn 1 and lost 1. They've scored 11 and conceded 8. See what difference that makes today. It is an odd one because, as we mentioned, the league table is secure. Neither of these sides are going anywhere. Playing their way into finals football. You can watch all the finals action on Capital Football's YouTube channel from the men's and women's first grade Premier League, and for the women's reserves and men's under 23s as well. When we get to preliminary final time, we will bring you the CPL preliminary final alongside the men's and women's firsts, reserves and 23s. And of course, grand final weekends, well, starts with the women's reserves, goes to men's 23s, women's first grade, men's first grade, and then the following day, CPL 23s and first grade. All of that live on YouTube for you. Flicked on by Bevan Foxall.
That CPL grand final is always a fun one.
It is, isn't it?
It's always a really good game. Yeah, I've enjoyed doing commentary for those games over the last few years.
It's going to be a big one this year as well, I think, isn't it? With the 4 teams involved. Canberra Libic, Belconnen United, ANU, Canberra Juventus. I mean, pick a winner out of those. Tough one. James finds Souza. Back for Thomas James. Nick Emmanuel putting him under pressure.
We did a CPL grand final one year that was ambushed by
people
the likes of
talk
Josh Calabria dressed as what was he, an Egyptian or something like that?
Monero Panthers Mad Sunday or Super Sunday, whatever you wanted to call it.
After winning the grand final as well, but yeah.
Vucetic. There's always a good game. I mean, we did a Ugali win there, which was top class. Queanbeyan and City got themselves a victory in it, didn't they? Down the years, Tuggeranong United themselves won 1, thanks to an Adam Filic overhead kick. Bella Blues.
In extra time, wasn't it?
It was indeed. Pretty Bella Blues still maintain to this day that they were robbed.
Okay.
That's the beauty of football, isn't it? Never leaves you. I'm sure there's games you remember when you were younger and in your prime that you were robbed of. James.
We either won or we learned, mate. Never lost.
I never lost, just ran out of time.
Yeah,
exactly. Pradažina. Nikola Subasic lifts it into the middle. Tuggeranong having to do a lot of defending in the early stages. It's Mamatis, nice ball forward, but nobody from Tuggeranong gambles.
And they haven't yet, have they? They've just sat into that mid-block. There's not really a high press against either centre-back for Canberra Croatia.
Well, the front three, in essence, with Foxall alongside Emmanuel and Luke Stevens. We barely mentioned them in the opening stages. Josh Pedersen scoops it away. We've had quarter of an hour, and it's been pretty much one-way traffic. No real opportunities of note, though, to test James Benevento in goal.
No, we wonder whether that shot would have hit the target if it didn't hit Daniel Sparrow in the head.
James helps it on for Sparrow. Back for James again. Saselya. Drop of the shoulder. Subasic loses out. Now the break might be on for Foxall, but it's been picked off by Piccolo. Tuggeranong just can't get hold of it at the moment, and James has sent that into Pradažina. Swung a boot at it, didn't get enough on it. Thumping clearance from James Benevento, but that's nowhere near anybody in Tuggeranong colours, and that's what happens when the bush has gone behind us. The ball's off into the park.
Is that it?
It's over there now. It's gone. Like one of your clearances.
Oh, one of Matt Gerbish's clearances. He's made the art of that over the years when necessary.
Just get rid of it. Daniel Subasic had his slipped as he was playing it. Spurcray forwards to Pedersen. Walker picked off by Riley Souza. Another loose ball from Tuggeranong United. James almost squeezed it through. Walker was there again. Shout out to Michael Reid, who's here again, watching on the TV. Back at home, always watches our games. He's a very busy man up
He
in.
doesn't have much better to do, does he?
Port Stevens, is it?
Yeah, he either whale watches all day at his beautiful
out in his
home,
boat,
or he's out in his boat, which he mustn't be if he's listening to us two go on.
Is there no reception out in international waters on your boat when you're fishing?
There might be. Maybe he'll let us know. But his boy did all right again yesterday, Campbell.
Yeah, another performance.
Next round of the FA Cup.
Victory against Stockton Town.
And another 2-1 win. They either win 2-1 or lose 2-1. But yeah,
congratulations again.
Didn't score. And I'm gonna say it. He missed a sitter, apparently. So as much as I give him praise, I also let him know when he needs to do better.
And congratulations to Ted Askland of Canberra Olympic on winning the Asian Under-16s with Australia.
Magnificent. What an achievement for her.
Here's Sakamoto. He's overhit that.
Not only the selection to actually represent your country at that age, but then to start in the semi-final and start in the final as she did, and then to go on and win the whole thing is absolutely wonderful.
And getting round to the fact that there's a lot of Canberra talent around. One of them, Michael Reid, reminded me of Paul Duac, who's at Heidelberg United now. Canberra boy. Scored an awful lot of goals in the egg grade programmes around here.
Dylan Perret-Cullen, another one who's doing very well for both his A-League team at Central Coast Mariners and the national team at under-20s.
There's a few around, isn't there? Because there's a couple of those lads, young lads up at clubs in Sydney doing well as well. So,
and I don't think we've mentioned on live on commentary about Archie McGregor.
I did one time. I don't think you would me.
No, but I'd like to give
in Sweden.
A special mention to Archie for all his hard work that he's done over the years, and sometimes through a little bit of adversity, and just kept sticking at it and ended finding his way over to Sweden, of which he's signed his first professional contract recently. So that's
with who?
Wonderful. I can't pronounce some Swedish side.
Something like Eskilstuna or something?
Yeah.
Eskilstuna, something along those lines.
What you can't take away from him is he's been offered a professional contract in football. So
yeah, he's worked hard. And
yeah, very much.
but there's rewards. We'll keep an eye on his progress, of course. That's to do with anyone that's come through our city. We're proud of them all, both male and female. Thomas James, Piccolo. That one's going to drop kindly here. Pradagina took it down wonderfully. Sparrow. James has got some space to manoeuvre. What would he pick out here? Lofted ball was Piccolo was the runner. Tuggeranong could get rid of it. Now, perhaps for the first time, could send someone forward. Pedersen for Emmanuel. Gerdbischer's gone with him. Emmanuel can't keep it in, and that sums up Tuggeranong's opening. What have we had? 20 minutes of this contest. Sam Brown, a virtual spectator.
Sam Brown's just getting higher and higher outside of his box to actually just involve him into moving the ball about.
James looking for the ankle ball for Pradagina, who has scored successive penalties last 2 games for Canberra Croatia. Vucetic, Celia. Sparrow let it run for Niki Subasic. Thomas James to send it in. Dylan Burkray got a foot on it and happy to concede the corner. Canberra Croatia win today would take them over the 50-point barrier. Leave them on 51 for the campaign, which is not a bad return. Lost 4 games this season out of the 20 that they've played so far. Have been amongst the goals as well, 75 of them. James out here for Vucetic. Saw Manchester United do a couple of them last night against Burnley, those chips to the edge of the box to Fernandez and Ahmad. Difficult to defend, isn't it? But it also needs an incredible technique to be able to pull it off.
Yeah, Paul Scholes did it in about 1997
a couple of times,
against
didn't he?
Bradford, which was sensational.
The one against Villa was better. Do you remember that one?
No. You're lucky I remember one of his goals, but
the one against
I don't
Villa.
pay much particular attention.
We'll show you at half-time. The one against
please,
Villa
yeah,
was
please show
such
me United goals from the 90s.
Such a better goal.
Exactly what I've turned up for this afternoon to see Paul Scholes scoring.
You went to watch Bolton play United a few times in the 90s. You'd have seen United score a lot.
I also went in the 2000s when Bolton won a couple of times as well. That's more mentionable.
It's going to break on the edge of the box for Vucetic. Might be there again. This goal was superb though. I'll show you that the technique was incredible.
Yeah, okay.
You'll enjoy it actually, even though you don't enjoy goals because you're a bit of a curmudgeonly old man.
Poor defending.
Emmanuel picked up by Sousa.
You've got to keep them out.
I mean, once Paul Scholes on the edge of the box, you knew what was coming.
That's it. How long have you got to stop that going in your net? It can't be that difficult, can
Well,
it?
when it came off his boot, I'd say probably about 0.1 second because it went like a rocket. But the build-up was something else in the strike.
Bolton scored a very similar goal at about 1:30 this morning.
Did they?
Yeah, only for Bolton's winger to be stood in front of the goalkeeper and it got disallowed, and that would have made it 2-1. They've not won at Blackpool since 1977.
Do you know what Blackpool and Bolton have got in common?
They're both rubbish.
That's true. They both start with B, but they've both got hotels attached to their stadium that give you access to watch the game from a hotel room.
And have you ever had an experience of being in a stadium with a pitch view room?
I have. But you know, Blackpool have got one as well. So
Blackpool's a Premier Inn, I think.
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't know. It was like I just saw a Facebook post where some father had booked his family in, and there they were. Here's Pena, Tuggeranong trying to get their first real attack going. Emmanuel to send it across.
Where I tend to book you into your pitch view rooms, don't I?
You do.
So, you know, when you were on your holidays.
Absolutely. Love a holiday. I'm going to show you this goal in a minute.
Well, why has it got music to it as well? Like it's anything decent?
It's on YouTube, but whilst I keep an eye on this, you watch this and tell me that's not a good finish.
Yeah, off his shin. You can hear the crack off the shin pad. It's actually better than the Bradford one.
It's pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah. I didn't remember that.
Well, you do now.
Thanks.
No Cole Falco today to launch one in the area. Tuggeranong still trying to get it done.
That wasn't a bad chuck into the box,
Okay,
was it?
Dylan Burkray. Sakamoto looking to Get around the outside.
Shout out to Ethan Penton in the Tigers under-18s, who has a missile of a throw, often from the left-hand side.
Is it farther than Cole Falco's?
It's more. He's a lot younger, but it's really straight.
Okay, we'll watch out for it in finals.
Yeah.
Pena to take this corner. First set piece of the afternoon.
I'm not going to give too much away.
Whips that into the near post. Sam Brown right under his bar. Collects comfortably. Yeah, because that's one of your trade secrets for next week. Well watched at the back by young Mamatis. Thomas James has a loose ball and a field to run into. Pedersen with him. James went down under the challenge. Referee says no.
Good decision, Delphina Shakespeare.
Stevens. Pena. Sam Walker. Got his first goal of the season with that header for Tuggeranong last week in the 3-1 win over the Knights. Who were right royally hammered yesterday, weren't they? O'Connor Knights, 7-1 by Ugali. Free kick's gone the way of Tuggeranong United here.
Sam Walker is a leisure centre gym manager. Did you know that?
I didn't, but now I do. Which leisure centre is he?
Down around Tuggeranong.
Well, it must be around either Erindale or Tuggeranong then.
Erindale, I'm pretty sure.
There's only two to pick from. I wonder if he uses the facilities there, keeps himself fit. I'm sure he does.
I would think so.
United with the free kick. Pena over it. Once again, 4 to aim for in the penalty area. Sakamoto short should he want him. Tuggeranong says swing this in. Pena's delivery can't get past Riley Souza at the near post. Sakamoto, exactly what he was positioned for. Second ball in, volley clear by Niki Subasic. No one in a red shirt up top. Plenty of time for Santos.
I'm hoping that Luke Sakamoto watches this back for us. I've got some weeds growing in my garden, and I need Luke to come over and get rid of some of the weeds. He's my
winter,
gardener.
Isn't it winter time? Has he not been around because they just let it go? Don't they? My gardener's not been around for a while either.
No, well, they're starting to come through with the recent bit of rain we had and the sun getting on it. So, Luke, if you watch this back, then just give us a nod. I need some of my gardening sorted out.
Good mind, so I've got to get mine done. At some stage, I hate gardening, so I need someone else to do it.
Well, Luke can do it, does a good job.
Matty Gedabisha. Riley Souza. For Piccolo. Cesalia. Gedabisha. Piccolo again. You can almost tell there's nothing on this really as well, Ian, can't you? There's not real any pace to the game. No real urgency from either side. We had this conversation with Frank over the weekend as well, and it's also this game would be so different had it kicked off at the same time as everything else yesterday. The lineup might have been different from Tuggeranong as well. There would have been a sense of urgency about them trying to get maybe the point they needed.
Yeah, you're talking about Gungarling and Tuggeranong, aren't you?
Talking about and Queanbeyan
as well.
Yeah, the three, I mean, for the Canberra Croatia would have been the same, wouldn't it? Because it doesn't matter to them.
Well, it adds to the tension, it adds to the excitement of the competition. And
Souza's ball forward. James has got there. Benevento came, didn't get there, and he's helped out by Walker. Thomas James didn't get enough on it. They've not cleared it. Sparrow on the turn. Skews it wide. Let off for Tuggeranong United. But to go back to that point, yeah, if we'd had the three teams going for the one place at the same time, it might have changed the outcome. I don't know. We'll never know. Certainly would have been for an exciting afternoon.
Yeah, it would have been. There would have been supporters around the grounds with the wireless going, a goal's gone in and a goal's gone in. But no, as it stands, it's turn up knowing what the outcome is, and it just takes the shine off the competition.
On Friday morning, I got a team from Monero Panthers for the weekend. Got Mitch's team the same day, and Panthers team didn't change. It was going to, until Nick Popovich scored a couple of goals late on to seal second place for Tigers. Once Gungahlin lost yesterday, the team that Tuggeranong were going to play here today changed markedly. There's a fair few changes because there was no need anymore to risk any players.
Hence why Stevie Nealon's probably sat on the bench, and I'll be surprised if we actually see him at all today.
I would have thought he might have started had they been in with a chance of the Golden Boot. He's got 14 goals this season, the same as Max Green. Thomas James has 15, Nick Pradagina 16, Daniel Barrett 18. I think Steve Nealon wasn't going to get 4 today, was he? As good as he is. Good ball from Pradagina. James might get one here. He stood him up, and a chance to land on the plate for Pradagina, and he's got his first. Talking of Golden Boot chasing, half an hour in, Nick Pradagina edges closer. Set up by Thomas James, his 21st assist of the season. Nick Pradagina scores for the 17th time, and Croatia make the breakthrough.
And how unselfish from Thomas James is that? He could have just rolled that into the near post, and he's had a little look. You know, you said before about the focus and getting Pradagina that Golden Boot, and he's just looked for that run, and he's just teed it up for him to pass it into, you know, pass it to through a couple of players, and he gets another one. And congratulations to him.
Chasing the boot, one more to give him a share with Daniel Barrett. 2 more to give him an outright win. Thomas James, 21 assists. He's only started 16 games this year, Thomas James. Came off the bench twice in addition. The figures are mind-blowing.
I spoke about him in depth, didn't I, the other week or last week at Gungahlin Enclosed, when he ran the show. He just dictated the game throughout the whole of midfield, getting on the ball as he is doing now, and just putting on a bit of a show, really. But the unselfish approach to set up Pradagina then for his goal was excellent. And if he doesn't get in Team of the Year, I'm unsure who's picking the team.
Thomas James?
Yeah.
Gee whiz. He would be up there for probably Player of the Year, wouldn't he? Let alone Team of the Year.
I would expect so, the year he's had, yeah.
What did I say? He's got now 15 goals in the league, 21 assists, 36 goal involvements. If you add a couple of cup goals in there as well, it's been a quite phenomenal campaign for Thomas James. Playing with a maturity and a smile on his face. Didn't have his best match in the Metro Stars Cup game, did he? Got himself sent off for a couple of yellow cards. They were outclassed that night. Here's Vucetic. But that was nothing to be ashamed of, really, was it? Because Metro Stars were a classy outfit. I wonder if Ali Effie and the Tigers are watching today. Whether you would get anything out of watching this game, or you already know what you're expecting to get out of Tigers next week, I'd imagine. Out of Croatia, rather, for your Tigers.
Oh, no, I think you'd always have an interest in where you're up to week by week. You can always look at strengths and weaknesses of teams within one game, as well as several throughout the whole season. You know, you can always learn a little bit of extra things come this time of the year that can give you that upper hand.
And what they'd have learned so far is don't let Thomas James get the ball. Which, I mean...
And then it's the decision as, you know, go up against him. Do you create a structure around him? Do you continue to play your own game and just overcome his threat by being good and organised yourself? There's all those things that you've got to consider on the build up to a huge game for both clubs next week.
Piccolo, Nicky Subasic.
And it's not for me to say.
Well, you're not picking the team, are
no.
you? So, Vucetic, Nicky Subasic. Might come out for Riley Souza. Thought about hitting it. Pradagina. Back for Souza. Tuggeranong can get rid of it. Mamatis putting the pressure on Riley Souza. I mean, we've had these conversations before, and I've had these conversations with Frank and Steve Forshaw as well. Is how do you mark Thomas James? Because if you go man-to-man for him, he just drifts away into space and creates massive holes that other people can fill into. If you don't go man-to-man for him, he just drifts away into space and could create havoc from those places where you don't go with him. It's almost damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Depends about your personnel you've got in your team, whether somebody would just do a one man-to-man marking job on him at sacrifice for the other 10 players, or you organise your shape that well that you stop him playing into spaces, and that's the way I'd go about it, to be honest with you. You mark space and areas he comes into, but also concentrate on dominating possession, dominating the ball, and dominate the attacking space yourself.
Go back to the cup final where Queanbeyan City marshalled him quite well, didn't they, for an hour? They got very close to him, some would say borderline too close on occasions, but let him know they were around. Didn't quite have the effect that he had. The problem was, as soon as Thomas James got substituted and Jack Cullen come on, it was Jack Cullen who created the winning goal. So if Thomas James doesn't get you, one of the others often do. Sparrow has come off Santos.
And that's what they've got in the team at Canberra Croatia this year. They've got some real strength that they can bring off the bench.
They're creating no opening here. Vucetic. Mamatis again. Young lad's done quite well from fullback. Mentioned at the top of the broadcast when they won their trophy, got the trophy presented for the 26th time, the league title. You can't rest on your laurels at this football club. Free kick given. The demand is there to win every game. Vucetic over this one then. James having a chat with Pradajina. Perhaps Thomas James is going to come and get it.
Everybody back for Tuggeranong.
Yeah, there's nobody out as an outball.
That Gerbisher almost gets his deck chair out here, pipe and slippers.
Thomas James to take. He's going to whip this into the near post, I think, and that's where Pradajina made his run. It's met by Pedersen. Foxall back there for Tuggeranong. I almost said Tottenham. What was going on there? Got beat last night, didn't they?
Yeah, it was a bit of a coupon buster at home to Bournemouth.
Evan Nielsen's early goal. Vucetic. Souza, shooting chance perhaps, wants to have a go, always leaning backwards. What I learned again last night, watching Premier League football, is that I hate VAR still. The couple of decisions in the Manchester United game took forever to be given, 5 minutes apiece, and then there was that Fulham goal that was disallowed for coming together in the middle of the park for Chelsea.
Well, the good thing is that Channel 9 have started to broadcast Premier League games.
Only until next week.
Really good. Oh, right.
Only the first 3 rounds.
Oh, brilliant. Then just give up.
Yeah, that's it then.
Oh, fantastic. Well, that just changes my mind on my theory.
Unless they're going to redo the deal, but it was the initial deal was for the first 3 rounds. It was to get the numbers up and try and get more subscribers, I believe, for Stan Sport.
And then just sack it off, right?
Potentially.
Yeah.
They've got more AFL or rugby league to show, I don't know.
Yeah, how very Australian.
I mean, hopefully it changes, but that was the initial broadcast deal I read.
Why would you go into a meeting and go, you know what, just for the public, we'll put the first 3 rounds on?
Is that a question you're asking me, or is it rhetorical?
Just rhetorical, really. And then go, you know what, we'll just turn it off after that.
I'm surprised it didn't turn off at half-time. Vucetic, lovely ball for James. The weight was perfect. Thomas James, I think he was trying to tee up Pradajina again, didn't want to hit it. Settles for the corner. In the end, it's a good piece of defensive work by the young fullback. Mamatis. Tuggeranong having to do some defensive work. 38 minutes gone. Coming up to the half-time mark. James swings it in. Benevento is clattered. No foul. Quarter of an hour to go at O'Connor and Close. Olympic 1, Croatia 0 in the Women's Premier League. Half an hour gone at McKellar. Surprise, surprise. Belconnen 1, West Canberra 0. Belconnen seeking to win every single match in the National Premier League Women's that they played this year. They'll be 19 from 19. Quite a phenomenal achievement if they can do it, and they're on their way.
Yeah, we spoke with Scotty Conlon, didn't we, a couple of weeks ago, and he said he threw that out to the players, that even when they'd won the league, it was like, okay, well, what's our next challenge? What do we want to do next? And they all bought into this, going the whole the whole season with winning every single game.
But they've done it so far, haven't they? They won all their cup matches.
They've got some terrific players.
We're going to have at least 2 more, perhaps 3 more games to win after this, depending on how they go. Well, if they've got 3 more, they'll lose one. If they can win today and the next 2, they will win every single match this year. It will be quite a phenomenal achievement. However, there's some teams in that top 4 that will have a word to say about that. And we all know finals football is a fickle beast. Doesn't matter what you've done during the season. Anything can happen on a one-off. Just ask Grimsby Town.
It's a nice ball.
From Walker to Sakamoto, lifts it towards Foxhall, won by Daniel Subasic.
What are you asking Grimsby Town about?
Anything can happen in a one-off game.
What like?
Well, anyone could beat anyone.
Such as?
Such as Grimsby beating Manchester United.
Oh, I thought that's what you were getting at. Yeah,
well, I thought you knew that.
No,
Didn't you watch it?
Yeah, about 20 times, I think, since.
I mean, technically, according to the international statistics people, it will go down as a draw because it ended 2-2.
You did well to get 2.
Well, I think they're the only team in history that scored 13 goals against a League 2 outfit and lost.
In penalties, but that doesn't count.
No, they've got 11 penalties and 2 in the actual normal game. And still lost.
And lost.
Yeah, 13 times they scored, couldn't win.
I like the fact you just mentioned the fact again that they did lose.
They did.
Didn't go down as a draw, they lost.
After a 2-2 draw.
After a 2-2 draw.
Yeah. Pena on the free kick.
I mean,
get the statistics right. That's a ball into the side netting.
Milk it as much as you want to. I mean, I suppose I've got to congratulate you for getting a 2-2 draw away at Grimsby in the cup.
Do you want to?
That's a decent draw at the moment for United.
Fair play, got a round further than Bolton, didn't they?
They did, absolutely. But Bolton are rubbish. I told you this before.
But so are United.
United are the best team in the world, apparently.
No, they're rubbish as well.
Okay, good.
Until
just wanted you to clarify that.
Until they play Bolton in the 3rd round of the Cup in January.
But that'd be 2 rubbish teams.
Nobody wants to see that. It'll be a draw and penalty shootout. Get some extra free football.
If it's in the 3rd round of the FA Cup at Bolton, then that would be
watch it from a room.
Yeah, you can watch it from your pitch for your room.
Pitch for your room.
For all your wonderful volunteer work.
Daniel Subasic. Back to Sam Brown. Nick Pradeshina's goal the difference in what's been a tepid 45 minutes, as we might have expected. Pradeshina again, still chasing that individual honour amongst the team dynamic. Vucicic, James, and here's a chance for Subasic. Comes back out to James. He's just sold Sakamoto. And then he's just lamped that. I'm not entirely sure what that was from Thomas James. Got it all wrong. A couple of minutes to the interval. No need for a tea today. It's not quite that cold.
We'll have a walk over at half time. Our chair's there so we can get over the fence, which is good.
You need to get the swimming pool off it in the first instance.
That's all right. It's like a training session this week. But yeah, we can.
Benevento, well, that's a bit flat. Huge amount of space if Vucicic can find James. Look at it. Acres of it for Thomas James to pick out a pass for Daniel Sparrow, who couldn't turn it home and was also offside.
They've got to do a bit better there, CFC, haven't they, really, for considering the amount of time and space they had.
Well, you just wonder, on another day, Thomas James probably isn't passing that ball from that area.
I think you're right.
If they continue to play like they normally do, that chance will come for Pradeshina, no doubt about it. Benches might play a part. We might see Tuggeranong United give those 3 young boys that haven't played first grade football yet, Atmacure, Sheedy and Vance. Archie Vance. Do you know Archie Vance?
No.
He's got an outstanding haircut. You wait till you see Archie Vance's haircut. Top class mullet.
The Woden Valley 18s had a, well, he was the throwing champion. He just threw it a lot. He looked like the most Australian I've ever seen in my life. His mullet was absolutely amazing.
Archie Vance will definitely be up there for one of the best first-grade haircuts if he gets on for a debut today.
I think there should be an award at the Capital Football presentation for things like this.
The most Australian haircuts.
The most Australian-looking Australian.
Look, when you'll see him on the bench, you can probably see him closest to where Mitch Stevens is sat down there. You can. The camera will focus on the game while we're talking about hair. Josh Pedersen.
See the boy with the blonde flowing locks.
That's
just behind.
That's the young gentleman.
Yeah. It's not bad. It's not bad. I was particularly impressed with Weldon Valley's play yesterday. He must have been told over 30 times to get back with his throw-ins as well.
Because he's launching
Because he
it
just
so
kept
far.
throwing, stepping forward and throwing it. Referee kept telling him to get back. It was a decent throw.
Bishop swings it out towards Souza. In towards Vucetic. Thomas James. Back for Vucetic again. Daniel Subasic. Coming up to the final seconds of the first half. Can't imagine there'd be too much added on as Subasic sends it across. Sam Walker's there.
It's not a bad ball, that. It's not a bad ball if you want your striker getting in and around the 6-yard box. Like handball for me, but maybe not.
Sakamoto got there. Will there be one more chance for Canberra Croatia before the half-time interval? Pratagina's goal on the half hour is the difference between the two sides. An afternoon in which Canberra Croatia got their trophy presented to them. They've got themselves a lead. Pratagina can send that in. Away by Mamatas, who's done well in this first half. On his very first start, Piccolo charged down by Bevan Foxall. Awkward bounce for him, is easily picked back by Piccolo. Subasic gives it away to Luke Stevens, who does likewise to Daniel Sparrow. Souza. Vucetic. James, architect of the goal. Can't squeeze it past George Pedersen, and Delphina Shakespeare says that will do for the first 45 minutes. Ian Worthington, 45 minutes in which Canberra Croatia have been the dominant side. Tuggeranong have barely threatened at the other end. Nick Pratagina's got one of the two he needs for a share of the Golden Boot. They're looking comfortable.
Yeah, they are. It might look a bit like a pre-season friendly, but one thing that always impresses me with Canberra Croatia is the intent that they play with. They've still created chances. They've still got the goal. They still look like they're gonna go and win the game, and yeah, they still look impressive every time you watch them.
Well, at half-time, Nick Pratagina's goal is the difference as the league champions march on towards 3 points. Tuggeranong United already in the 4. Well, they won't mind too much at the moment, but we will see what happens in the second 45 minutes. At half-time at Deakin Stadium, Canberra Croatia 1, Tuggeranong United 0.
Winning goal from Rhiannon Benson.
Thank you. I'm here all week.
Took it really well, another one in the first half, which you absolutely shanked when you were 1-on-1, mate.
Yeah.
How on earth?
We blame the pitch.
How on earth? Opened your body up, and
Yep.
then broke through like a centre forward, finished like a centre back. But, you know, great finish for the winning goal, mate.
I was like, fuck, I'm going to have to go past the keeper. I was like, this is
It
going
was
to end
tiny.
badly.
And do you know what? The ability just to go, hang on, I've got an open goal here. Just take my time, take a touch.
Oh,
Did one on the
can you
left
imagine what would happen if I missed that one, though?
Yeah, I can. You wouldn't have won the league. They're going to finish third now, I don't think.
I was just like, as soon as I was like, I have to go past the keeper or I'm really going to get broken. And then I was like, fuck, so why am I doing it?
26 seconds. Then
Yeah, they got three
then had a
points.
red card after 6 minutes, and then they were still 5 up half time. We were watching it up there. I was like, yeah, I mean, especially after you guys have scored and then could see the penalty almost straight away.
Oh,
And
that
you're
was
like, oh my god.
shit.
Yeah.
You couldn't have done it.
In a normal game, you wouldn't really mind, but when you're playing top of the table for a league title and you get penalties like that, you're like, pretty good
last
seven.
goals we ever did.
Yeah, so I think Olympic. I think it was close. They scored like 2 goals.
Yeah, like we were up 2-1 until like the last quarter.
You guys have McKellar at 4. No, you're at 10. Yeah, you're good.
Even just like yeah, for the semis.
Usually the juniors are also on this Saturday. Because last year was like, oh well.
We're going to be back.
Literally
Well,
Welcome back to the final 45 minutes of the regular season here at Deakin Stadium at half-time. Canberra Croatia, the league champions, League Tuggeranong United, who are fourth in the table and already in finals football by 1-0, and that goal scored by Nick Pratagina, which means he is 1 goal away from tying the golden boot with Daniel Barac. Will he get it in the second 45 minutes? We shall see. My name's Ruth Gibbs. Ian Worthington is alongside me. Ian, first thing first, let's play half-time substitution check, and I'm looking around trying to see if anyone's made a change, and the first one I can see on the right-hand side is a young boy with a number 10 on his back for Tuggeranong United.
Yep, Stephen Neelan picked him out. He's got his little bandage on his left arm, but the predominant number 10 on his back, and yeah, they are going to play, which contradicts what I did say during the first half, that I thought they might not use him today.
We will bring you news of who he's come on for. My initial thoughts are looks like Luke Stevens. You can correct me if I'm wrong there, Ian, but it does look like Luke Stevens has made way. On the other side, well, I'm just trying to see if there's any changes there at all. It doesn't look like it. So Croatia, as you were. Well, will they find that goal for Nick Pratagina? Will Steve Neelan have his say? Tuggeranong's young tyro. Tuggeranong have now not kept a clean sheet in 12 games. The last was a round 9 draw against Queanbeyan City. Got Neelan's offside. They have scored at least 1 goal in the last 8 matches, though. Croatia, well, in 2.5 matches against Tuggeranong this season, have scored 13 times in the league, plus another 6 in the cup. They've certainly enjoyed their matches against Tuggeranong during the 2025 campaign. They had that semi-final at Canberra 2 where they won 6-0. Max Green helped himself to a hat-trick that night. Seems a long time ago now, doesn't it?
It certainly does, yeah.
It was a 5-0 win in round 7. Thomas James, coupled for Pratagina, Riley Sousa and Daniel Sparrow. And a 7-1 win at Canberra. At the AIS. Sparrow, Max Green with a hat-trick again. Ryan Keane, a couple for Thomas James. Keegan Vucetic. When you're trying to find a goal for somebody, it often becomes difficult, doesn't it? Nick Pratagina playing very much on the left-hand side of the front three, so they're not just exactly going, well, we are going to try and get him a goal by compromising our principles of how we play, are they? Otherwise, they would just stick him as a 9.
But they do encourage him to come in off that side, don't they, and make those late runs into the box where he's scored so many of his goals this year.
Neelan on the run, good ball in and swept wide by Bevan Foxall. That's a good, presentable opportunity for Tuggeranong early in the second half. Bevan Foxall might have felt he should have hit the target.
Good movement across the front line by Stevie, and then, yeah, I was just expecting that corner of the net to bulge, to be honest.
Half-time at McKellar Park. Belconnen 1, West Canberra Wanderers 0 in the Women's Premier League encounter.
They've had a good season, West Canberra Wanderers, haven't they? They're
going to miss out on the 4, but they've certainly put a lot of effort in this season. It's finished at Canberra Olympic, and I think Tiana Miro's goal right on half-time is the difference. Olympic 1, Croatia 0. And Canberra Olympic's form has been very good over the last few weeks in the National Women's Premier League. One of the form teams heading into the finals, and that's not a bad thing.
And with Frank Keisha's ability to win big games in big competitions, then you can't rule out Canberra Olympic going into the finals.
It's going to take a monster effort from anyone to beat Belconnen United, though. Timmy Santos has absolutely leathered that. I'm not sure who wore it. Was it? I'm not sure who that is down there.
Tell you what, it made a thunderous noise as it.
I think it's Alessandro Pena. You could hear it through the effects and through our headphones, and you can't often hear something there, but that was, hopefully that's in his chest and not in his face, because that would have knocked him out. He is moving around, but goodness me, that winded me watching it. Another former Canberra Croatia player, of course. You could hear that reverberate around the ground. It's been a strange odd atmosphere here today, hasn't it? Because it's not exactly been buzzing. It is akin to a pre-season friendly with the atmosphere we have. But that's understandable considering the nature of the game, the context in which it's been played. At half-time, we saw Tess Sanders and Rhiannon Fensom from the Canberra Croatia Women's Championship winning reserve team. Fensom having scored the winning goal in the 2-1 win today over Canberra Olympic. Thankfully, Alessandro Pena seems okay. I'm sure Maddie Gerbish has got some nice words of comfort for the young boy.
Always. Just checking in on him. Saw his boy.
Yeah, hanging around behind in the goal.
In the goal, just during half time, having a bit of a practice.
James, you've got to practice. Because even though it's only practice,
it's practice.
It's practice.
Jamie, it's practice. Season 4 out soon.
Absolutely. Sparrow, Cecilia, Sparrow again. Piccolo, still waiting for the first shot in anger of the second half, and Riley Souza won't keep that in.
It's nice to see the blanket on the far side actually acting as a sun visor rather than keeping players warm like it was a couple of months ago.
It's important to keep players warm on the bench, isn't it, with a blanket?
No, definitely not.
I mean, how do you feel that, I know you're not a blanket person.
Definitely no.
How do you feel about the Premier League grounds where they've got heated seats for the subs? Free kick, Bevan Foxall on Subasic.
Yeah, it's a good question, that. Not thought about that one before. I've got to be honest. I've got to consider whether I'm happy or not happy about that.
You have a consider about that as Cecilia finds Nikki Subasic. Sakamoto goes with him.
Initially, I'm okay with it. I mean, I don't expect to see many heated seats in around Canberra with the money that they've got in the English Premier League, but it's just that visual of a group of blokes.
But is it not pandering?
Yeah, of course it's pandering, but they're the most highly paid sports people around the world.
So if they had heated seats here on the blanket, you'd be happy?
I'd probably be all right. It's my visual of a group of blokes sat under a blanket.
Here's a strike for Piccolo.
In a Canberra winter.
Comes back to Piccolo again. James has kept himself onside here. Just sells Sakamoto. Comes off Pedersen. He has no idea where it is. Luckily for him, Benevento does. So that, at least we've cleared that up then. It's just the visual more than anything.
See, if there was a heated seat up here, I'd sit in it. If there was a blanket up here, I wouldn't put it round me.
See, that's just odd. What are we doing here? We're going to do a throw. Apparently it was out of play. Wasn't quite sure from where I was. What a good view of it. Didn't look out of play, did it? But anyway, it's not the end of the world with a throw. Unlike if you're wearing a blanket, of course. I have one more question for you on that subject in just a moment.
Of course.
Because people at home need to know these things. Berkray finds Emmanuel. Back to Berkray again.
I'm always happy for the general consensus as well,
Foxall comes in. It will be a goal kick. So the question is, what irks you more? Goalkeepers not taking goal kicks or substitutes wearing blankets?
Goal kicks.
The goal kicks,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah, that'll be number one as long as I live, I think, really.
People still talk about that moment, and I only mention it today because one of the goalkeepers who was involved that day is in the net.
He's in the goal, and he's taking his own goal kicks, isn't he?
Yeah, well, he's learned from his lesson from that time in that final.
And that was the CPL Grand Final we were commentating
with
on.
Adam Filich's overhead kick. Yep, a couple of years ago now, maybe 3 years ago now. James Benevento was between the posts for Tuggeranong that day.
Long enough for him to learn to take his own goal kick, which is excellent news. Good player development.
He doesn't want to take them anymore. He just doesn't want to be told off by yourself.
No, that's all right. I expect NPL Canberra Youth to do a report tomorrow on whether taking your own goal kicks or keepers' goal kicks are good for the game.
Well, we'll find out whether they listen or not, won't we? If they do,
whoever it is,
whoever it may be. Scarlett Pimpernel.
Is it her?
Well, Scarlett Pimpernel was a man. Hence they seek him here, they seek him there.
They do. One of my daughter's best friends is called Scarlett, and it's not her that runs the NPL Youth Instagram. I don't think.
And do they seek Scarlett here and
There we go.
I mean, your daughter's of an age now where she'd be out with her friends, so you will be seeking them here and there.
Yeah.
Here's Cecilia for Canberra Croatia to lift it into the middle. James comes in on it. Oh, that's a fine stop by Benevento. Never mind about taking your own goal kicks. Super save.
It's a good save, that, isn't it? He's got down to his right, and great hit by Thomas James, but good save.
Yeah, anyone who's got a teenage daughter would know that seeking them here and there is often the case. That's why you need to get them into football. At least you know where they are on a Saturday afternoon or a Sunday. Kicking around.
That's how my wife knows where I am. She just turns the TV on.
Free kick. Niki Subasic went down under it. Canberra Croatia seeking a second goal. 10 minutes into the second half. Changes afoot for Canberra Croatia. Who is going to give way? Niki Subasic is one of them, and David Cecilia is the other. Tony Spaseski is on at fullback. And who came on? Was that Max Green who came on at top? I can't really tell. Couldn't see. We'll clear that for you in a moment. I think it is.
That is Max Green.
He came on for Niki Subasic. He's on 3 yellow cards as well, which is interesting. It's not been that kind of game, though, where there's any cards, is there?
No.
There's barely been a tackle. Thomas James will take this free kick. Max Green straight into the action. Looking into the sunshine, which Benevento is as well. Sparrow, Pradagina, Green, on Subasic. James into the middle. Sparrow couldn't get there. Tuggeranong half clear it. Nick Emmanuel should be able to bring this away, and he's been given a fair amount of Deakin Stadium to do so. Looking for Timmy Santos. That's a bit unfortunate that it hit him on the back. Manny Gerbischer all over the back of Santos to win it back. First involvement from Green. Vucetic. Lovely ball for Thomas James. Pradagina in the middle. Sparrow there as well. James to taunt, Tement and tease. Couldn't quite squeeze it back past Berkray. Loose from Foxall, one back by Spaseski. Piccolo, Vucetic. A little bit more urgency in the passing from Canberra Croatia. Sparrow, not his best effort of the season. Not much more than going through the motions, though, is it, at the moment, Ian?
No, it isn't. There's not too much bravery and risk-taking, is there, during the game?
Only the one goal in it at the moment.
I'm not even sure whether there's been a tackle made during the whole game as yet.
Benevento sends it up towards halfway, taking the goal kick himself. James. Berkray lofts it towards Emmanuel. Down under the channel to Spaseski, probably a little too easily for a player of his size. Vucetic has some room to manoeuvre. Riley Souza. Green. Vucetic. Souza back to Vucetic again. Goes the low route to Pradagina. Here comes Spaseski. The 3 runners all went to the near 6-yard box. No one peeled away. Tuggeranong struggling to get hold of it when it comes away. And it's coming straight back a lot of the time. It's well done by Piccolo. Thomas James. Flag stays down.
And then goes up.
Oh. Yeah.
So that's my third pet hate, isn't it?
Look, I mean, we all don't like that, do we?
Why? Why not just put your flag up? It's clear there's only one person going for that ball.
And also, we have no VAR, so just flag it off or on.
What about the Forest player who basically season ended last year due to a late flag?
Yeah, he ended up in the post, didn't he? And then he ended up in hospital.
Yeah.
Because the lino, I was going to say, the assistant
Lino.
referee did not raise that flag.
I got told off in a junior game a few weeks ago for calling someone a lino. I'm not a lino, I'm an assistant referee. Yeah, but you're the lino.
Yeah,
He wasn't having it at all.
You'll always be the lino.
Yeah. I didn't hold back on that either. I was like, no, I'm not calling you assistant referee or AR.
They can't have a go at you for calling someone a lino.
I've called someone a lino for 30 years. I'm not going to stop now.
Spacicki, there's your fourth.
I had to. As a left back, I've had a lino behind me for so long, and I'm like, I'm not going to stop calling you a lino now.
It's turning into an episode of things Ian Worthington doesn't like.
Top 10 things Ian hates in football. Oh, goodness.
4 of them done. And VAR's 5.
I don't know whether it doesn't happen in Bolton's league. No. level I've ever been at, no VAR.
No, that's true. There's barely any R. I love VAR.
There's never an AR. That's the point. It's a lino. We've just established that. What about a virtual lino? That'd be good, wouldn't it?
Virtual lino. VL. Vucetic. Back for Gudabisha. Under pressure from Emmanuel. Touch for Sam Brown. He's had not a lot to do today, especially in the second half, in which it's been pretty much Canberra Croatia dominating possession. James has come to get. Not as if they've created a whole raft of chances this half, though, is it? The men in red.
They've had a lot of the ball, haven't they?
Nick Pradagina still seeking that second. Nicely done by James. Vucetic. Here is Pradagina. So his touch was a bit heavy, a bit loose. Does he win a corner? He does. There was a school of thought at half-time from some players that it may have been an own goal, the first one, but I'm fairly certain it was Pradagina.
Yeah, me too. I wouldn't want to take that one away from him.
No. There's no obvious deflection or anything, was there? Vucetic with the corner kick then. Just past the quarter-hour mark of the second half, just past the hour mark, in towards Sparrow. And there's a chance for Green on the turn. It's a good block from Tuggeranong United, but they can't clear their lines. Walker does now. Neelan, 1 against 4. Well, somehow he squeezed it through to Foxall, who can't return the compliments. Matty Gerbisher, probably a happy man, doesn't want to go chasing Stevie Neelan on a Sunday afternoon, unless he has to. Sparrow, sweeping ball towards James, who has not kept it in. Yeah, the list of things you might not want to do on a Sunday: chase Steve Neelan into a corner at Deakin Stadium when you've already won the league and you're in the veteran classification of player.
Is that right? That's for you to say. I'm not
Gerbisher's
sure whether Matt Gerbisher would agree.
Well, he wants to chase him. Or he's a veteran.
No, he's a veteran.
He's a veteran. I mean, either or. Maybe he doesn't. I think he'd agree with that. On both points. Santos has been around for an awful long time. This is match number 277 in this particular league. He's played elsewhere as well. He's had a spell overseas in the old IPL. Emmanuel to slide it through for Santos. Here's a chance. Foxall sliding in. 1-1. Bevan Foxall from close range. Timmy Santos creates it. Tuggeranong back on terms.
Great little combination on the edge of the box to create the crossing opportunity, and then 2 bodies going into the 6-yard box as the ball comes across, and you know, one of them was always going to finish, and it's a really good goal from Tuggeranong United to make it 1-1.
Timmy Santos on the return to the club he was at. Creates a goal for Bevan Foxall, his 4th of the season. Tuggeranong United have got themselves an equalising goal. Just to reiterate, they've only ever drawn 2 matches here. 15 times they played at this venue. This is match number 16. They've only ever got 5 points, 1 win and a couple of draws. It's a rarity. Goals here are a bit of a rarity as well. That's only the 9th time Tuggeranong have scored in the Premier League at this venue. Doesn't happen very often.
Not the biggest away following from the team from the south, but tell you what, they enjoyed that goal, didn't they? There was a good little noise as that ball went in the back of the net.
I'd imagine they'll bring a few more to the Riverside next week, to Strider Park, when both their Under 23s and first will play finals football together for the first time since 1999. 26 years apart. Pena. Now they've got their gander up. Nick Emanuel, the two number 14s, with Daniel Subasic. Back for Sakamoto to send it into the middle, and a header from Foxall. Well, confidence flowing through Bevan Foxall. He's had a very good season.
Oh, he's been excellent, hasn't he? Most games I've watched with you this season, Russ, he's played very well in all of them. In particular, the game at Hawker a few weeks ago.
They're playing him a bit further forward than he was last year, and he's reaping the benefits. Himself on the score sheet today. Proper centre forwards goal that was, wasn't it? Sliding in to turn home a cross across the 6-yard box.
He'd be a dark horse for team of the year, you know, Bevan.
He would be. It's a very difficult position to get in, isn't it? In midfield, there's a lot of good players around. Pratagina, Canberra Croatia. As much as this is a dead rubber for them, they will not want to lose or draw on the day they got the trophy. Vucetic deflected and in. I think it hit Max Green on the way through. And Canberra Croatia have their lead back. It didn't take too long. And that's a bit unfortunate from Tuggeranong the way that ended up. I'm pretty certain it hit Max Green. If anybody at home can confirm, we'd appreciate that. Either way, Croatia back in front.
Good build-up from Canberra Croatia. Keegan Vucetic putting himself in a nice position as the ball came across, and it was a strike towards goal, and like you say, somebody stuck a toe out, I think, and it just changed the direction. And very, very quickly, Canberra Croatia regained the lead.
2.5 minutes between the goals, I think, and I'm pretty certain that nicked off of Max Green and ended up in the back of the nets. We will get confirmation of that for you. Daniel Sparrow is making way for the return of Marko Jadric, who's been out for quite some time. Good to get him back amongst it all for Canberra Croatia. And here's Pratagina. Vucetic. Oh, and it almost drops over the head of Benevento, who was backtracking. We don't have the benefits of a replay here, so if anyone is at home and can see that, we would like to know. It deflected off Pratagina, apparently. Oh, that's a joke. From Danny Spellich. Nicely done, Danny.
Why not?
Yeah, claiming it for sure. And I've just had confirmation from our source that it does go in off Max Green, who's got themselves a goal. Marko Jadric to send it forward.
He's asking a lot there, isn't he?
Ben Sanford sent us a message, said, get a soft drink at half-time instead of tea. We did, didn't we?
Yes.
It was a much better. Mine was definitely a softer drink than yours. No sugar in mine, that's why.
I was going to say, it's bad for you. Full fat.
So Max Green will get the goal. That will be his 15th of the season. 21st in all competitions for this club. 22 if you want to count the one he got in the Charity Shield. He's got the old Desmond in totals in goals. 2. Same number he's wearing on the back of his shirt. Now he's finding Marko Jadric. Pratagina tries to go past Sakamoto, but pulls the shirt of the Tuggeranong defender. Just saying that they wouldn't want to lose or draw on the day they got the trophy, and then they get themselves a goal. It's about time we have a little quick chat about some football tonight that's on at 9 o'clock. Rangers versus Celtic. Are you going to watch that one?
Usually.
I usually watch that one. It's usually fun, isn't it? Sometimes there's a football match that breaks out when those two play.
Yeah, there is. But was Pozeskin happy with the little nudge that he got and almost faced it rather than headed it. It made a funny noise. But 9 o'clock, thanks for the reminder.
Yeah, you're welcome. It's nice early start as well.
Yeah, 12 o'clock. It's at Ibrox, I think, as well.
Yeah, no away fans still, I think. They've got this...
No, they've changed it.
Oh, they have they?
Yeah,
oh, that's going to be even better. So
Yeah.
just for this one season?
Yeah.
And then go back to what it was before?
And then when there's a fallout, then they'll go back to no fans. But
well, that's going to make a
no,
good
I
atmosphere.
thought last year that there was the first time in a few years
There's
they had
only
away fans in.
A couple of hundred, though, wasn't it? It wasn't many.
Yeah, not like they used to have them all behind the goal, Celtic fans at Ibrox.
Yardrich tries to slice it through.
I mean, the less Celtic fans there are, the better. But hoping that Rangers actually can start the season tonight, which they haven't done so far.
They did all right in Europe in the week.
Yeah, very good, yeah. Very good until kick-off. The support, as ever, was excellent. The team decided not to bother.
Only chasing a 3-1 home leg deficit to Club Brugge. Only conceded the 6.
5 at half time, I think.
It was 5-0 at the break. Yeah, and it's fair to say the second half wasn't going to go in their favour. Bit of pressure on their coach as well tonight,
which was really hard hitting until Celtic went over to Kazakhstan and
Kairat Almaty and lost on penalties.
Who are a huge world-class club, and lost on penalties.
Thrilling 0-0 draw. Crystal Palace got themselves through though. They beat Fredrikstad.
Fredrikstad?
Fredrikstad.
Who's Fredrikstad playing for?
Fredrikstad.
In Norway?
It's from Sweden.
No, Norway.
Are they Norway?
Norway.
Yeah, I'll tee that one up for you. Yeah, the Norwegians. Given away by Riley Sousa. Nick Emmanuel has taken a deflection, and it will be Sam Brown's. And the Champions League draw and Europa League draw and all that came out in the week as well.
Yeah.
Some plenty entertaining games. Someone got Real Madrid, didn't they? Was it Liverpool or something, or City? I can't remember.
Yeah.
Thomas James on the turn. Lets it roll for Keegan Vucetic.
And Paphos.
He was one of the 3 Musketeers, wasn't he?
What about Frank Keisha's lot, who've got into the, is it Europa League?
Arsenal.
The Maltese side. Not Arsenal, the Malta lot.
Well, he's the king of Malta, so...
That's it. So he would know.
Max Green finds Spaseski. Paphos is definitely one of the 3 Musketeers, wasn't he, alongside D'Artagnan?
Paphos, yes, but Paphos is in Cyprus, and they are one of the teams in the Champions League this year.
What did you tell me to do?
Paphos. I can't say that again on camera, I'll get into trouble. And it was off. Not off.
Grant Cusson confirms it was deflection off of Max Green, so that's at least 2 people that have said so now, so we will definitely go with that one. Green with his goal. 20 minutes to go to find this goal for Pradagini to give him share of the golden boot. Daniel Barac of the Panthers got one last night to give him a chance. Max Green.
It's offside.
I think he probably is. Keegan Vucetic. Flag stays down for the moment, and it's Pratagina, and he's got his goal. His second of the match. He steers it home from close range. Vucetic creates it. Pratagina gets it, and as we stand, he has a share of the golden boots.
Well, first of all, we did think that he was offside out on the left-hand side. The linesman kept his flag down, Lino, kept his flag down on our near side here. And that's worked very well, hasn't it, for Pratagina, who's got another goal. I'm not sure how happy Daniel Barac is going to be about the linesman there, because was it Vucetic who looked offside?
Second assist of the game for him as well.
Yeah, and it was a good delivery.
And nobody was picking up Nick Pratagina in the middle. He had the simplest of tasks to steer it past James Benevento. Now he's got 80 minutes to find himself a goal.
Well, I wonder if everybody stopped. And Pratagina found himself in a really good spot on the pitch and, passed it into the goal. So every credit to him.
Emmanuel looking for Santos. It's 3-1 now. Couple for Pratagina, one for Max Green in between. Spaseski. We'll give Sarin Tiantragal his due. He was in line with it. We were a little bit further away, aren't we? Keegan Vucetic's reaction almost suggested he might have been offside.
Yeah,
but
there was a bit of a stutter, wasn't there?
Either way, it's been given. And Nick Pratagina, if he scores, might save us a couple of bob at Capital Football for having to get 2 trophies. Spaseski. Sakamoto. Unless you could loan one 6 months each or something.
I thought you were asking me for a loan then for a minute. No, I can't afford it. We can't afford it.
It's a change for Tuggeranong United. Bevan Foxall's got his goal. His regular season is done. He'll have some work to do next week against Monero Panthers, no doubt. Bevan Foxall, if Tuggeranong are to be successful, he is going to have a good game. And he's got it in his locker to do so.
Absolutely, yes. He's had a great season, and his season's certainly not over, with a huge game next week for him.
Plenty of work to do. This is a Premier League debut for Sam Sheedy. He will be keen to get involved straight away. Defensive work to do first. Up and away from Mamatas. Emmanuel. Sheedy's plonked himself up top, where Bevan Foxall was. Nick Emmanuel, bulldozing run. Still going here as well. Was he caught by Riley Sousa? No,
he wasn't. No, I think Delphina Shakespeare's right there.
I think he was stumbling into it.
I think he has stumbled into it and fallen over, and of course he won't be happy because he thinks he's been clipped, but I just think momentum took him down.
And not Riley Sousa.
No, momentum. Who's been quiet today?
Matty Gudbishop finds Spaseski. In to Pradajina. Marko Jadric clips one into the box. Away by Mamatas again. Sheedy got a touch. So did Sakamoto, but Pradajina won it back only momentarily. And that is a foul. Nick Pradajina.
Well, to win Golden Boot, he's also going to have to pick up a match ball, isn't he, today now?
Vica Majatic is going to come on here for Keegan Vucetic. Third substitute appearance of the season. Captain of the 23s, who've got a game themselves in finals football next week. Keegan Vucetic, good afternoon's work. A couple of assists to his name.
The information is clear from Matt Gerbisher. They want Pratazina to push on. They don't need him in defensive responsibility. They want to get him high up the pitch and presumably for him to go, what a ball.
Oh, what a pass that is. And Jadric almost got on the end of it. Was that a little bit of tentative run from Marko Jadric, considering he's been injured for a while?
Maybe, yeah, maybe.
It's a good ball, wasn't it, from Pratazina?
Oh, it's a great angle and shape on the pass.
Got a message again from Ben Sanford saying that maybe Nick Pratazina can relax so him and Barrett can share the golden boots. I don't think.
What's sharing all about? Nobody does that as a footballer.
No, I don't think it'll be in his mind.
Sharing with anyone.
Look at the room for Max Green. Majatic has found Max Green. Good challenge, Sam Walker. Mamatas. Majatic. Back for Sousa. Go to Bishop. Sousa again. Canberra Croatia on their way to hitting that half century of points. Pretty good tally. So we've seen Tuggeranong bring on Sam Sheedy. I wonder if we'll see the other two youngsters.
I want to see the mullet. He's just there.
He's warming up, isn't
he?
He is. Archie Vance.
Yeah.
He continues his progression with that mullet. He will be a cult hero at some stage, won't he? For sure. Sam Walker over this free kick for Tuggeranong United. He'll definitely get himself on the Tuggeranong United card deck next year.
Absolutely, he should.
Daniel Oyston does those cards, so get us an Archie Vance mullet special.
I want him to sign it as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
If there's a card
I want one of those too.
The man with the mane.
That's what it should be on the card. Yeah. That's quite good.
Doing his job for him, eh?
Walker with the free kick for Tuggeranong. Flat delivery, not a good one. away from Riley Souza. Max Green got a touch, not sure he knew an awful lot about it. Sakamoto, that's a good ball
from Sakamoto.
Neelan, been on the periphery since he's come on, but loves these positions. Pena. Pops it back for Walker. To deliver into a crowded area, Spaseski knocks it away, only as far as Sakamoto. Who tried to reload, and it turned into a decent ball for Burkray, who got there. Couldn't quite squeeze it past Brown once he'd done the hard work. Matic. A lot of room now, isn't there, in the middle of the park?
Yeah, it's opened up, hasn't it?
Green. James has made the run. Pradagina's unmarked to this near side. Sakamoto had a glance to see where he was. Plenty of runners.
Middle of midfield area that there's a lot of space for Canberra Croatia.
Green. Pradagina. Up in the air. Jadric. Spaseski. Pradagina running the channel. And can't get it under his control.
Just on the quiet though, I've been impressed with Piccolo as well, you know, played in that Kia type of position, that he's picked the ball up and just dispossessed Tuggeranong so many times today and just got Canberra Croatia back on the front foot again. Very, very good player.
Not really got out of first gear here, Canberra Croatia. They haven't needed to. It's difficult to change your mindset when you know that both teams are effectively playing for nothing more than build up for next week. Subasic's header. Two contrasting challenges. I mean, Canberra Croatia go into next week's game against the Tigers knowing that if they do lose, they do get the second bite of the cherry. For Tuggeranong United, no such second chance. For them, all Panthers win or go home next week. Piccolo. Jadric.
Good play.
Here's Spaseski. Pradagina outside him. Matic in the middle. James on the far post. Not enough oomph on the pass from Nick Pradagina. For those of you who are interested in that kind of thing, Australia Cup, latest score is 2 apiece between Avondale and Newcastle Jets with a quarter of an hour to go. But as I speak, the Jets have just scored again. Avondale 2, Newcastle Jets 3. Here come the subs. Here comes Anish, Atmacure and Archie Vance for Pena and Santos. And here's your chance to revel. Justin Kapowski can close in on him on Archie Vance's main. Wonderful, what a haircut.
Just flowing in the breeze, isn't it? It's an outstanding main.
Congratulations to both these boys on a first grade debut.
More to the point.
Some stage for them to come into as well, isn't it, this venue?
Yeah.
If you're going to make your debut, you can't think of any better local grounds than this one. Archie Vance gets his first touch. Bit of quality for them to mark up against as well, isn't there? Piccolo, James, Green. Yeah, Archie Vance's first grade debut, and Anish Atmacure as well. They'll be like, well, you've got to pick up Thomas James and Max Green, Nick Pradagina, Marco Piccolo and the rest. Also for young Sam Sheedy, of course. Matic. Mamatas, who's had a decent game, he's come across and Burkray's come in. Let Thomas James know he's around, didn't he, Nicholas Mamatas?
Yes, he did. He's come out the back line then and he's hit Thomas James, and James has rolled out with a tackle there and got up, and he's more than capable of taking the corner, so all is well.
Is that 4 teenagers I count out there in Atmacure, Sheedy, Vance and Neelan in the Tuggeranong ranks? Souza into the middle, Pradagina with a back heel flick, and well, it might have come back off the post.
Chance.
Just threw a boot at it. James. Can he do some trickery? He can. Left Neelan for dead.
He sent Neelan for a loaf of bread and a pint of milk then, didn't he?
Just down the shops. He's done that to a lot of players this season, Thomas James, to be fair. Here's Tony Spaseski. Marko Jardric. To swing it in. Up off Burkray. Benevento can't keep it in. And Canberra Croatia, if they are to get this goal for Nick Pradagina to give him sole ownership of the Golden Boot, they've got about 7 minutes to do so. Plus stoppage time. At the moment, Nick Pradagina has 18 goals, the same as Daniel Barac. One more swing of a boot might do it. Jardric clips it towards that far post. It's come off the knee of Subasic. Did it cross the goal line? It did. And Daniel Subasic gets himself a goal. Coming in on the far post. Benevento couldn't keep it out. I think that goes down as another assist for Thomas James as well. And Croatia have a fourth.
Even from here, it looked like Benevento's clawed that back from over the line. It was a fantastic delivery, and it just needed guiding home. And as much as Benevento's tried to stop it, it did look like it crossed the line from up here.
Daniel Subasic with the goal, his fourth of the season. Lazy 22nd assist of the campaign for Thomas James. Some people won't go through their career with 22 assists. A scrappy goal, but not that Daniel Subasic will care too much. Just goes to show you, just stick a knee out at something, Ian, and you never know, do you?
Well, he got himself into a great position. Oh, I thought he could have gone over the keeper's head.
Pradagino, well, Benevento was a long way off his line, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Piccolo. Martic. Max Green. Pradagino, is this the moment? It is! Max Green tees him up. Nick Pradagino gets the goal that will seal a golden boot in a golden season. And you can see what it means for Canberra Croatia. It's like they've won the league.
Well, what a magnificent move and combination play in and around the box. And as it comes in, I'm looking for where Pradagina is, and I don't know why I've bothered looking, because he's the one who's 6 yards out and passes the ball into the back of the net. And the crowd have just got off, haven't they, the other side, and the bench comes up, and the players have celebrated with him, and what a move and what a goal and what a way to win the Golden Boot. Fabulous from Pradagina.
And as you mentioned, wonderful football in the build-up. Martic off the bench to create havoc. Marco Piccolo was involved. Max Green's back here was wonderful. And the finish was as composed as you would expect from a player who will take home the crown as the league's best goal scorer this season. And he will do it having played 14 games and 6 off the bench as well. 18 goals for him this season. Thomas James has 15. Max Green has 15 in the league as well. Daniel Sparrow, let's not forget, weighed in with 8. And Canberra Croatia have got themselves 5 this afternoon, whilst in first gear. James. They set themselves a mission today, Ian, to get Nick Pradagina the Golden Boot. As you mentioned, he'd have to take the match ball home to do it. And he's going to do exactly that. And it's not as if they've just stuck him up top and given it to him to play with. They've just worked it magnificently.
Oh, no, every goal he's scored has not been an individual effort. It's been a team effort, hasn't it, to play him in from his first, second, and to that magnificent team goal that Canberra Croatia have just scored. And to get Pradagina on the end of that then is just absolutely fabulous to watch. Some goal.
There was little chance that he was going to miss once Max Green had put it into his path. And here's Emmanuel at the other end, looking for Steve Nealon. Subasic away. You have to feel for Daniel Barac somewhat, though, don't you? That's a lovely turn from James. And he's seen Benevento off his line. James, wonderful! Absolutely brilliant from Thomas James. He spent most of the afternoon teeing up his mate for the Golden Boots. And now he's just fired a warning to say, remember me, I'm still around. Sensational goal.
Well, that sums up his league campaign in a nutshell. He's been wonderful from day one to the final day of the domestic season today. And then that just caps off a brilliant season for Thomas James. What a goal.
16 for James to go with 22 assists. Perhaps none better than that one. He saw Benevento off his line. He had nothing else in his mind but to unleash that. And the accuracy and the quality, well, it emphasises just why this team in red are league champions and why they will go into the final series as the favourites to claim the title to go with it. Here is James again. Irrepressible. Matt Gerbischer. Riley Souza. Green. It's going to take a very good football team to stop this side. And there are some very good football teams in the Final Four.
Well, it took Delphine Shakespeare to stop it then because Tuggeranong couldn't. So
Tigers have beaten them once already this year.
Yeah, that was a fabulous performance from Tigers. Let's not forget that. Let's not forget that they are beatable, as good as they have been. And that was a...
Here's James again. Couldn't quite find Riley Souza, who's pulled up here with a hamstring problem. I think he stretched something, hopefully, from Riley Souza's point of view. It's just a slight tweak with a bit of cramp.
There might be a bit of cramp at this stage in the game. He's going to play 90 minutes today. You know, they are beatable. We've seen that with their FA Cup game against Metro Stars and Tigers beating them at the AIS several weeks ago.
Well, Ugali have beaten them this season here as well.
And the Ugali shock as well.
Panthers have beaten them also. Gungahlin United beat them here, remember?
Yeah, with the Frenchman.
Loic Lespanas.
With his cameo, and Monero Panthers played very well in a game when Thomas James had the day off.
Here's Neelan using his pace. Can he get himself a goal? He can! Steve Neelan on the score sheet in the first minute of stoppage time. And Tuggeranong United have themselves a second of the afternoon, and Steve Neelan off the bench has his say for his 15th of the campaign.
Good turn of speed from Steve Neelan down that right hand side and cut in. Defender can't do anything about it once he's in front of him, and why would he? At risk of putting himself out of finals next week. And yeah, Neelan just rolls it under Sam Brown. Wasn't overcommitted from Canberra Croatia, but still good finish from Stevie Neelan and good run.
Perhaps, Ian Worthington, it's a good thing for the Canberra Croatia that the finals aren't at Deakin Stadium next week, because of the 4 games they've lost this year, 3 of them have been here, surprisingly. The Gungahlin United 5-4, the Ugali 2-1, and Monero Panthers by 2-0.
And we wouldn't often say that because we've seen several impressive performances from Canberra Croatia at their home ground, both in the league and in the final series and in the cup. So,
well, can they finish with a flourish? James to send it in towards the far post. That's a bullet header, and there's another goal. Daniel Subasic again. He's got himself 2. Canberra Croatia have 7.
And another assist from Thomas James, which is quite remarkable now, both from open play and his set-piece deliveries. And I hope nobody left with 5 minutes to go because they would have missed quite a few goals here.
Yeah, hat-trick of assists for Thomas James to go with a hat-trick of goals for Nick Pradagina. Daniel Subasic has scored 2 in 7 minutes. What do we have there now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 goals in the space of, well, since the 85th minute. There can't be much more to go. Incredible stuff. And a game which was going along at a rather tepid pace has featured 9 goals. And we play. Majatic. Spaseski. Good header that from
yeah, very well directed.
Subasic.
Yeah.
Gerbischer. Back to Brown, who will be very cross. He's conceded 2. It won't matter so much, though, on the day that Canberra Croatia picked up their silverware for the league title. The man in front of us wearing the number 10 on his jersey will pick up the golden boot. He needed a hat-trick to do so, did Nick Pradagina. He got himself a hat-trick. And Ian Worthington, some wonderful goals from Canberra Croatia, even given the context and the circumstances.
Yeah, congratulations to Nick Pradagina. Congratulations to Canberra Croatia on their league win. Another wonderful performance from Thomas James, albeit at about 50% today, like probably most of the game was played at. And then those last 5 minutes were just extraordinary in one, the amount of goals, and two, the quality of the goals. And it sets us up really nicely and very excited towards the final series next weekend.
Thank you very much, Ian Worthington. A balmy end to the contest with goals aplenty. There was just flooding in. Thomas James ends the game with a hat-trick of assists to his name. Keegan Vucic grabbed a couple of assists as well. But Nick Pradashina's got himself the golden boot. His hat-trick means that he finishes on 19 and one ahead of Daniel Barac to claim that individual honour. Other goals from James, an absolute scorcher from the halfway line, or just inside his own half, wasn't it? Brilliant finish from James to lob Benevento. Daniel Subasic got a couple of late ones. Max Green came off the bench to score. Bevan Foxall and Steve Nealon for Tuggeranong United. But it's the hosts who got their trophy, and they got their man what they wanted, the golden boot. It's finished at Deakin Stadium. Canberra Croatia 7, Tuggeranong United